it can be really good. I mean, there's some playmakers outside. I think the ability to be interesting to get in with, last year running back with Master and Trey took us. We did well, but took a little time to get going. Now same deal. We got Master back, but Mine hadn't played that much. We got the young guy in there, Crowley. So be interested to see if there's a running game takeoff like maybe it can. And that tight end, I mean, don't undervalue Luke Farrell and the job he did in helping that offense last year, the run game and protection and all that deal. I think Cade's going to be fine, but now I got to wear in practice. I wouldn't watch Luke. Now I could count on him to, I put an X on that guy. He's got his guy locked up pretty good, and Cade's doing well. But it'd be interesting to see if we can establish. When everybody talks about balance, to me, unless you're an option team, they're really saying, can you run the ball? So if we can have that balance, if we can run the ball, then I think that car is going to be shiny, and we'll see where it goes. I think I said this maybe 1 or 2 years ago. We're talking about the worst thing to do as an offensive guy like Coach Day or myself is just keep coming up with new plays and new plays and new plays. You don't get good at anything where you hang your hat. And I think we're talking about the quarterbacks. So I think we come out of this week and next week and we get a feel with this line and running backs and tight end. Where can you hang your hat? And are you in the perimeter? Are you downhill? Are you zone scheme, gap scheme, man scheme? What are the schemes? You can do them all, but at the end of the day, what are you good at? When you get good at something, it's talented. We still got to be very repetitive and get consistent in our preparation, so we're not all over the place. So I think as we go through this next week, you got some moving parts. Those tight ends can flex out and come in. We got 3-4 receivers. Quarterback not as athletic as Justin, so maybe you're not running quite as much quarterback. They all can run, just maybe not as pure a runner or as athletic a runner as Justin was. But I think we go another week. I don't think it's going to look a lot different, but I just think things maybe that get emphasized will come back what those tight ends can do. The passing game, what those quarterbacks really can handle. Not that Garrett and Chris and Jackson can't run those routes, and Julian Fleming and Marvin Harrison and Mecca. Those guys can run a lot of good routes, but what are the quarterbacks comfortable with? We will do everything we can to be as physical as we can. We'll do everything we can to protect the ball and the quarterback, and we'll do everything we can to light it up and score as much as we can, and that's what we're going to try to do. I think from a scheme standpoint, we're actually the first rule they did this year is they allowed us to wear these spider pads the first 2 days of practice. Well, they would never, they used to just wear helmets. We still did team, and players were hitting their helmets on shoulders and collarbones, and the linemen tell you it was horrible. You did not like anything about this practice at all. And I think wearing the spiders actually was more healthy for the players. So we started, I think, putting our players in a healthier position by allowing them to pad. Now, it still wasn't contact or to the ground or tackle. With the walkthroughs we're getting every night, we're probably getting more plays than we've ever gotten, more schemes than we've ever gotten, more signals, more formations, more adjustments, more blitzes, more defenses. So we're probably farther along schematically with what we've thrown at them. What you want to make sure at the end of the day, though, it's still blocking and tackling. And that when it comes time to have a padded day, and if you're a player and it's a padded day, and you have a chance where maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of those padded practices go by you, or maybe you couldn't go because you were nicked up, those could catch you because there was only 9 truly padded practices before the first game. So as we go, it's the ability to be very efficient with your time. That's been Coach Day's mantra all camp. Very efficient. The drill's being done for a reason, and there's purpose, and the time is valued so that we maximize it. If that's the case, we'll be fine.